guys. Welcome to our weekly Facebook Live show. I'm Jen Burson. I'm the founder of Generation PR, a public relations and social media marketing firm based in Los Angeles, where it's currently very smoky and overcast and strange feeling hanging in the air. I know that's all across California right now. So anybody who's coming here from Northern California, where there's some really intense fires, I'm sending you my love and support, praying for California. We are based in California, and I am also the founder of Profitable PR Pros, which is a community that I created to bring together PR professionals where we could collaborate, communicate, support each other, give our industry a much needed feeling of community and connection. Give me a thumbs up if you felt like that might have been missing and possibly were craving it, especially as we are building businesses on our own. Now we're all currently working from home, but I've been running my business from home for 15 years. And I'm like telling everyone, now you see what I've always known, that you could be really effective and productive and run a successful business from home. So many people are now realizing that they can work from home. Like major companies like, Facebook and Twitter are telling, and Google are telling their employees, you're not coming back for quite a while. So hang out at home. And I'm like, guys, I've been doing this all along. So I felt like our industry of, new agency owners kind of needed a bit of support, and I was craving it. I've been craving it my entire career. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's just build it. Let's just create it. And the most amazing thing is that, build it and they will come. We're finding our people, and you're here. You're our people. So, and I love sharing topics every week to help you grow a profitable agency. And what we do to come up with these topics is we lurk in the group and we listen to the conversations, we ask questions, and build content around your answers and the things that you want to know most. And so one of the topics that's come up time and time again is initial discussion I had about saying no. And no is a complete sentence. You don't have to justify why you say no to things. And we had an entire live about it. I've done blog posts about it. I've done LinkedIn articles about it. And we've had more specific questions come up about saying no to prospective clients, like turning them down. Yes. Hi, Kelly. Kelly's been working from home for 6 years and she loves it. I mean, what's not to love, right? But the thing, maybe Kelly's feeling this and I felt this too, that was missing, especially when you're social. If you're a social person, you love to engage. My team is all virtual. We connect over Slack. We have the best time. We connect all day long, talking about business, but also just sharing funny stories and bonding over, kind of shared jokes and whatnot. But I do feel like when you are a social person, it's really challenging to grow a business from home without any community or connection. And that's one of the main reasons why I created the Profitable PR Pros group and some of my coaching programs, so that we could all connect and, no longer have to question, am I doing it right? How are other people doing this? Am I pricing my services right? What are people putting into proposals? I'm running my business in a vacuum. How is everybody else doing it? So that's why we're here, is so that you no longer have to guess and wonder and, feel like you now have this community and connection. So, but one of the topics that's gotten a lot of interest is saying no to prospective clients. So I know that it's one of the hardest things for an entrepreneur to do and actually to learn. It's kind of a discipline. We are typically, when we're starting out, especially operating your business from a place of fear and concern that if you say no, then that opportunity slips away and that might be the only opportunity you have, or the feeling of, some money is better than no money. Kelly's saying it's a challenge, even more so during COVID. Thank you for creating this community. It helps so much. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. So thank you for being here. And I feel it too. It's been especially challenging, and we're now coming up on the 6-month mark. Can you believe that? 6 months? Who would have ever thought, like when they told us that we were going to have to keep our kids home from school, we were all thinking 2 weeks, and we were like, oh my God, home from school for 2 weeks. What are we going to do? This is insanity. I mean, of course we all do it, and we support what has to be done to keep everybody healthy. But now we're 6 months in, and I'm like, oh yeah, my kids just go to school on Zoom now. This is the craziest thing. And they're currently in their rooms on Zoom. My husband's on a Zoom. We literally have 4 Zooms going at 4 corners of the house right now. So if I'm glitchy, that's why. Although we did upgrade our bandwidth. Hi, Vanica. Thanks for being here. My team hates when I talk to you guys live. They hate it because they feel like then the content just doesn't seem like it's fresh because I'm having these conversations. And if someone watches on a replay, but you know what? I like to talk and engage, and it makes me feel more connected to you guys. And you know what? If you watch on a replay, hopefully you feel the connection too. And we monitor the comments. So if you're here on a replay, say hi. We're seeing that. I see it. I love to say hi to you guys and engage. So anyway, back to this topic of saying no. Like, I understand it's a really hard thing when you're running a business to turn down work because, you know, it's like this fear that maybe something else won't come or something better is not going to come along. And if you say no, you're kind of crazy because you're turning down money and revenue. And, you know, it's easy to fall into this trap of wanting to make money so much that you'll start to take on any project. And even not only just taking on clients that you know, maybe aren't the right fit, but doing services for them that maybe aren't what you love to do, or you're now cherry picking services for clients. Like you do Facebook ads for this one, you know, paid social for this one, you do email marketing for that one, you do copywriting for this other one. Now everyone is on different plans, right? And you can't ever get into a flow state. You can't get into that kind of economies of scale type scalability in your business when you have to manage all these clients doing all these different services. So, and I know it's really hard when a client comes and they're like, we need email marketing, we need paid social, we need influencer marketing, and you're like, okay, we'll do it. You know, sure, you're smart enough and you can figure it all out, but it's not a good use of your time. So you know those feelings of clients coming that are not the best fit for you, and clients coming that you really, 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 really like, I really want to work with you, but you want all these things that I don't do, and now I can try to do them just to get the work. And, you know, so then you're kind of expanding your offering and spreading yourself thin, you know, so it's over time really detrimental to your well-being. It sucks up your time that you can't get back. And the reality with this approach is you're operating your business from a place of fear. You know, you will take on clients that don't necessarily deserve to work with you or aren't the right fit with your vision. And I found that some of the challenges is that you're allowing this to happen because maybe you don't have a clear vision. You don't have a clear vision for the kind of company that you want to be running, the kind of clients you want to be working with, the kind of services you want to be offering, and anything that's not aligned with that vision is not what you should be doing in your company. Does that make sense? Like, why would you create a company that has you now working with clients that you're not that excited about, providing services that you're not great at? I mean, let's be honest. Like, I've been doing this 15 years and I've done a lot of different things in my company. I'm not great at everything. I don't love doing all of the things that clients come to us for. I don't love it. Like, so I'll either hire it out or I'll tell them that we don't provide that service. And if that means we'll lose the main work we do is PR and social media marketing, right? Like, that's what we do. And even social, I don't love it. Honestly, I don't love it. I think where we excel is content creation, finding the strategic execution. That key player has been pretty challenging. And with social, there's not a lot of margin. My bread and butter is PR. We're going to crush it for you with PR. And if you want a bunch of these other things, maybe we're not the right fit, and sometimes I'll convince clients that what I'm really going to excel at for them is the thing that they need. Because a lot of times clients will come to you and they'll say, I need all the things, copywriting, I need content creation, I need email marketing, I need web development, we've done all of this. Like loading content into people's website. What? Like, no, that is not what we do. Like, get a web developer. We used to do that for clients. I'd be like, oh, we got press results. Let me load them in. Oh, you need captions for your products? Let me help you write them. No. So that didn't align with my vision, and we don't do that anymore. So if a client comes and says they need all of these things and it's not squarely in the vision that I have for the kind of business that I want to run, doing the kinds of things that I really love to do, supporting the kinds of clients that I want to work with, and creating the kind of business vision that I have for myself, it's a no. It's a solid no. So the first step here is, I had another first step. I'm going to go even further back and say the very first step is realizing that those decisions come from a place of fear. You're operating from fear and running a business that, you're afraid that other work won't come your way. You're not sure if your lead gen process is good enough. So this thing that came your way is like maybe it, right? It should be an enjoyable experience. Like if you want to hate your job, if you want to work with clients that you don't love, doing services you don't enjoy and you kind of hate the work, you might as well go back and get a 9-to-5 job. It's a lot less stressful. It's a guaranteed paycheck, But I would not recommend doing that because I have a better way, I promise you. So realizing that those decisions come from a place of fear, and that's okay. But it's like having that awareness allows you to kind of see where you're making those decisions and why you might be making them. So that's number one. And then when you have that awareness, now really think about the vision you want to have for your business, your life, I'm going to be really honest. My business is a huge part of my life. I work from home. I've had my company the entire time I've been a mom. So it's all my kids know is that mommy works from home. Mommy runs Generation PR. Mommy started the Pitch Lab. Mommy has, the agency accelerator. Like my kids see that and they know that. And I love that they see that. I want them to see that, mom is a mommy earns money, mommy pursues her dreams, mommy is an entrepreneur. Like I want them to have that vision. That's a huge part of what purpose my business serves in my life. And I know when to shut it off. I know when to say no to clients that are like, I got a lead today. And I'm just like, hard pass. Like could be cool, could be fine, but not the right fit for me, and it could be a better fit for someone else. And I happily farm that work out. I have a whole bunch of people that I know who the right fit is. I send leads off all the time. I'd say probably 19 out of 20 leads we get through our website are not the right fit. And that's great. But the one that comes is perfect. And they, then there's all these things that we do to attract those people so that when they see us, they're like, that's the agency for me. I know exactly what I'm looking for and they're going to provide it to me. And I see those clients and I know that they have a lot of the things I'm looking for and we're going to be successful. We're going to love working with them. And all of my, boxes are checked and all of the no's are farmed out happily. And I know that I'm going to maintain my energy and have the bandwidth when those right clients come along and be able to serve them, with that excitement and passion and all of that, because you can't be excited. It's part of what we do. Like we are convincing media of how cool and interesting and innovative and awesome and different and newsworthy, noteworthy, creative our clients are. And if you don't really feel that, how are you going to pitch that and get results? It's just not even worth it. So it's like this whole domino effect of draining your energy, not being as effective at your job because you're not that excited and genuinely like it comes through in what you're doing. and then you're not getting great results, and then this client is dissatisfied and they end up leaving anyway, and it's just like, why even bother? You're just taking a retainer fee for 6 months only to part ways on bad terms. That's not what we want. I don't know why I'm like lecturing. Maybe I'm like in homeschool mode with my kids and I'm like, get back on Zoom. So that's like this cascade effect, and I want to help you build a business that you love. So every move and choice that you make in business, it's a stepping stone that gets you closer to your vision. And then staying true to that vision, it allows you to bring on clients that align with it. And then that brings you more of the same, more success with those kinds of clients, attracting more clients that are bigger, more established, bigger budgets in that niche that you love. So what this should empower you to do is say no without feeling guilty. When you find certain projects maybe aren't bringing you joy, even if you're working with a client, you've already made that decision. You're like, okay, I'm in this. And it's been a month or 2 or 3 months. And you're like, this isn't great. I don't love it. I'm not doing a great job. This client's kind of a nightmare. We have a whole process for weeding out nightmare clients before you even get them in the door. But let's say you're on this path. It's okay. We've had women in the group say, I need to fire a client. And then all the comments are like, do it, go for it, do it. No guilt, right? Just because you're in a contract with a client, if it is not working out, you need to have a way to give them a period of time to go find someone else and be okay with that. And if a client, honestly, like if a client says to you, you know what, we're not feeling it, we're not loving it, we let those clients go too. We want everyone to part ways on great terms. I know maybe I have a 6-month or 12-month contract. If it's going really well and they just like leave for some reason, I'll maybe fight for it, but that doesn't ever happen. But if a client's just like, meh, and we're just like, meh, we'll let them go early, and I don't fight for it, because it's like, why, right? It's not good energy. Like, I want you to have good energy in your business. I want you to have, enthusiasm and passion for what you're doing. So, you have to break through this limiting belief that money is a limited resource and you either take what you can get or you're out of luck. That is a limiting belief that's driven by fear that will get you making bad decisions. Okay, so give me a thumbs up or a heart if you can commit to me today, right now, to have that awareness and try to pivot that mindset away from money being a limited resource. There is so much opportunity out there. It's one of the reasons why I share my entire business and everything we do that works, everything we do that is successful and profitable and makes the most money, how much we charge. It's the reason I share all of that, because I think the mindset of like, it's me versus you, or if I share my secret sauce, then I'm not going to be as successful and you're going to take it and run with it. That's a scarcity mindset. I believe there's enough to go around. Even if you're in my niche, it's like you're serving the same kinds of clients as me. Great. What you do is different than what I do. What I do is different than what you do. And let the client decide. There's so much to go around. Genuinely. Oh, good. Look at that. I wasn't even paying attention and now I see all these thumbs up. So we're all committing to tossing that limiting belief mindset in the garbage once and for all and coming at our businesses from a place of abundance, right? And realizing that, I'm not trying to get all woo-woo, but it really is a choice. And when you feel scared, you feel afraid, you attract the wrong kinds of work and energy into your business. And then you take these clients that are not the right fit, sucks up your energy and bandwidth to take on and leaving space and the door open for better opportunities. I'm telling you, every time in my business, 15 years of doing this, when we have one client leave, sometimes even the very next day, and I'm not even exaggerating, a better client with a bigger retainer, more established, more well-known, just better all around will come knocking on our door. And it's just like, wow, there's a reason that just happened. We cleared out this negative energy. We got rid of this thing that wasn't serving me and my vision for my company, my vision for the kind of life that I want to have, the kind of entrepreneur I want to be, the kind of wife I want to be, the kind of mom I want to be. If I'm feeling crappy because my work is sucking the life out of me, I'm a bad person to be around. I'm not the kind of, top form mom. Hi, Jane. Jane's in my programs, living her vision. So, all of that is like a cascade effect. This is the kind of vision, this is the vision for the kind of life and business that I want to have. And that starts with making making choices that might be hard, getting rid of the scarcity mindset, and choosing to work with the kinds of clients that I love, the kinds of services that I love offering, things I'm great at. Even within the services we offer, there's pieces of it that I love to do, and there's pieces of it that I have no interest in doing, happily pay the pros to come on board and be part of my team, get the great results, and make us all look good, right? Kelly's saying, yes, I just re-signed a contract that wasn't a fit with my skill set and a better fitting, resigned a contract, and a better fitting client signed on with me the next day. Literally, that is not coincidence, right? Like, Kelly, you have to know, and that has to feel like a meant to be situation, right? You just have to pay attention to those signs and be open to receiving them and seeing them when they enter your world, right? Kelly ended a contract with a client that was not the right fit, and the very next day, another client, I just lost the comment, let me see if I can find it, better fitting client signed on the next day. Happens to me all the time. It's crazy. So, mindset is the key to overcoming this this challenge of feeling bad saying no, or feeling like you are disappointing or have to give an excuse. You're also serving a client really well if you are able to say no to them and release them to find somebody that is a better fit for them, find somebody that would be so excited to take on this work because it's a better fit for what they're up to. That's a service to them. So saying no is actually an act of service, if you need to look at it like that. So if you focus on this intention, like Kelly just had happen and I've had happened so many times, if you focus on the intention and the vision and awareness that your ideal client is waiting for you, the universe responds. It does. It did for me. It does for me all the time. It's for Kelly. So knowing with clarity the kind of business that you want to build, and then following through with your vision and allowing that to guide your decisions, even hard decisions to say no, even if the money might be really good. I've had to do that. It's really hard. Explaining to my husband, well, they had a really good retainer, but usually it's because I can tell on the phone that the client is going to be like a total pain in the ass, honestly. I don't want to work with pain in the ass clients. I don't want to be bothered nights and weekends. If a client thinks that they own me, I'm not interested. I don't care how much you pay me. That's not the kind of life I want to have. So anyway, this is all the steps and decisions and sort of little mindset shifts that you can make towards building a business that's filled with clients that you love, doing work you're super passionate about, serving a couple niches or maybe one that you're so great at, really carving out an expertise that allows you to become known as the go-to in that space, charging higher premiums. This is the foundation that I've built my business on, and it's what I realized made us profitable and allowed me to have consistent, predictable, recurring retainer revenue, so that if business ebbs and flows, it's like no big deal. It's all stepping stones, and it starts with having the awareness that maybe that mindset is scarcity mindset based, and then creating a vision for what you want your business and your life to look like, and then making decisions from that vision. So I hope this was helpful. I love this topic so much. I just want everybody to love what they do and, build businesses that light them up. And, I'm 15 and a half years into this. And I love my business so much. I get it so excited. Every new business lead, every media win, it's still as exciting as, when we first started. I love sharing wins with clients. We just built a really cool case study video for a client. Well, it's for me, for my website, but I shared it with the client and they were like, holy crap, like, this is awesome. You guys have done a lot. Like, it's only been 6 months and we're like, look what we did, and I love sharing that. I still get just as excited. And that's what I want for all of us, is this vision and passion for our businesses. And so sometimes you got to say no. You got to say no to say yes to the kind of life and business that you want. So I hope this was helpful. Oh, I'm supposed to mention, we have this really awesome video series that's launching on the 24th. It's called the PR Path to Profitability. It's a 3-part series. I'm doing it live this time. It may be the last time we're ever offering this live. The last time we did it, it was really well received. I basically lay out the entire framework, everything you need. That's why it's called Path to Profitability. It's all of the pillars and everything that goes into running a profitable agency, launch, grow, and scale a profitable agency on your terms. This topic I love, obviously. So I give you the entire framework for how you do this. That is launching the 24th. There's a link in this video so that you can sign up, join with us. There's a workbook that we'll work through together. So all your notes are in one place, and we try to make it instantly actionable. So that's my promise to you, is if you spend that time with me, we'll work on some things that you can implement in your business right away to be more profitable, working with clients you love, and having a really clear framework for all of the steps that you need to take to run a profitable business. It's like very manageable. It's like plug and play. So that's what I have for you today. Sign up, join us in the PR Path to Profitability. It's really hard to say, but we all know publicists love alliteration. So PR Path to Profitability. And there's a link here, and you register and you'll get reminders, and I'll go live, and then you'll have your workbook and all that good stuff. So that's it. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week. Every week I'm here, 11 a.m. Pacific on Thursdays. Bye, guys.